Okay. Well, I just finished listening to my first experience with the Bee Gees, and that was I Started a Joke. And if you haven't seen that video, you should check it out right here. It was an experience. I'll leave it at that. But it was an experience that made me feel like I've got to hear another piece of theirs just to kind of feel if I can settle into their style or understand their sound a little bit better. And fortunately, Vlad has enough supplies in his back pocket. He managed to pull one out pretty quickly here. So I'm going to be listening to 1st of May. And I have just a little paragraph to read. 1st of May was released as a single from their 1969 double album, Odessa, and it debuted at number 55 in Cashbox magazine charts the week of March 22nd, 1969. I guess I Started a Joke was a couple years earlier, right? Cashbox described it as a low-key love ballad with the same mystic quality that has proved captivating in the team's work, with hypnotic arrangements and a singular vocal sound. My experience with I Started a Joke was not so much hypnotizing as just bemusing, and so this is going to be interesting to see how I feel about this one. Billboard called it a big production ballad performance with compelling lyric line. Okay, let's listen. Sounds like Christmas.
When I was small and Christmas trees were tall, we used to laugh while others used to play. Don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small.
I love that.
And you don't ask the time of day, but you and I, our love will never die. But guess who cried come 1st of May? The apple tree that grew for you and me, I watch the apples falling one by one, and I recall the moment of them all, the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time of day, but you and I, our love will never die. But guess who cried come 1st of May? And I was small and Christmas trees were tall. Do 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 do. Don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away.
Oh boy. Okay. Completely different listening experience. Now I am intrigued. I'm really fascinated with the Bee Gees because I have just heard two pieces, each one so distinct in its character and musical and emotional content and quality. This one is just, it's precious. It's so beautiful and tender, and it does have a little bit of a sweeping, epic orchestral sound through the mix, but it doesn't strike me as really overly dramatized because I feel like it's telling this story and painting this picture which is so true, so real. And I guess that's what catches me about both of these, both I Started a Joke and this, the 1st of May. Each one, the musical character feels so incredibly real, so true. I like the lyrics too, on both of them. You saw me laughing with I Started a Joke. Now this one, it almost makes me want to cry. It has that really special character to it. Really, really precious quality. This line, when I was small and Christmas trees were tall. And then the way they flip it around. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small. And you suddenly feel, and you can see, and you know everything that needs to be known about this story. Well, it was described as a love ballad. Yes, okay, but it doesn't even have to be. It's so much more than that. In fact, well, okay. The truth is, as I was listening to it, it felt like two brothers talking to each other, an older brother and a younger brother. It felt like an older brother saying...
It's the clip, it's the video clip, it's actually both brothers, an old footage of them when
Really?
they were small.
It feels like an older brother talking to a much-loved younger brother.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Especially when it says, and you don't ask the time of day. Now we are tall and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time of day. In other words, little brother, you can even read the clock now. I mean, I remember when you were little following me around and we would play, we would laugh. Well, we used to laugh while others used to play. So there's a special connection between these two individuals and more than just playmates. They're soulmates.
Okay, you have to watch the video clip
Okay.
now. I'm sorry.
I'll watch.
When I was small and Christmas trees were tall, we used to laugh while others used to play. Don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away.
This is just what I pictured.
Now
Only
we are
I imagined them a little younger.
and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time.
I imagined
of
the older boy being about the age of this younger boy
But
here.
you and I, our love will never die. But guess who cried come 1st of May? The apple tree that grew for you and me, I watched the apples falling one by one, and I recall the moment of them all, the day I kissed your cheek and you were gone.
See, even the year where,
Now we
okay, you
are
could
tall,
call it a...
and Christmas trees are small, and you don't ask the time of day. But you and I,
That's
our
7
love
chords
will
there.
never die. small.
This reminds me of the Beatles.
And Christmas trees were tall. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Don't ask me why, but time has passed us by. Someone else moved in from far away.
Okay, I started to say halfway through there, and I just had to keep listening and keep watching. But even the line where it says, "I kissed your cheek and you were gone." Okay, a love ballad, perhaps. This line, "To kiss and cry come 1st of May," but it's so non-focused on that. And I'm watching these two brothers playing together, and yeah, if one goes off to school, you kiss his cheek and he's gone, and he comes back, and a year later, and life is so much different. You know, it's like everything is grown up. I love this piece. So now I've just listened to 2 Bee Gees pieces. My first exposure to Bee Gees, and kind of jumped in feet first here, head first, 2 feet at once, head first, whatever. But I enjoyed the experience, and I'm incredibly curious to maybe listen to some more of their music and see, well, you know, sometimes Vlad manages to pull out something really special, but get more familiar with their sound and their style, because clearly, well, there was a moment where I said it kind of reminded me of the Beatles. When the strings came in, it reminded me a bit of, I guess was it She's Leaving Home, I guess, the same string style. And then also when he was singing do-do-do, do-do-do-do, again reminded me of classic Beatles technique there. But so much in their own style, with their own voice, their own it is not the Beatles. It is a completely different identity in this group, in this band. And there's something especially intimate about it. Not just this song, even the "I Started a Joke." There's something very direct and relatable, and feels a bit intimate about it, and I love that. So I guess we'll be exploring more of them in the near future. Well, that was the 1st of May. I'm struggling because it starts with such a Christmassy sound, and it's talking about Christmas trees. I almost feel like it's supposed to have a Christmas title, but I'm going to have to make sure I remember to call it the 1st of May. Although in the future, if I forget, I might just call it the Christmas tree song. We'll see.